Greetings and welcome back to another fragrance video. And in today's video, as you can see by the title, we are talking about winter fragrances. Why? Well, because it's winter and every single channel has to make at least some sort of winter fragrance list. So I will be giving you my recommendation for 5 amazing winter time fragrances. And when making this list, I try to have every budget in mind. So the least expensive fragrance is like $10–20, while the most expensive one is above $300, at least when we're talking about retail prices. Also, please note that I made a review of most of these fragrances, so if you want to hear a bit more how they smell, longevity and projection, what occasions you should wear them, etc., links are in the description of this video. So let's start with the least expensive fragrance on this list, and it comes from the brand Calvin Klein, and it is their CK1 Shot fragrance. Now this is a beautiful winter oriental, slightly gourmand fragrance. So if you want to get into the world of orientals, you should start with this. Why? Because it's not really expensive, it's like $10–20, and it smells amazing. It has a lot of notes, and when combined, they smell very attractive, very beautiful for the winter months. Now the longevity and projection are not so good for this fragrance, but because it's so cheap, it's not really an issue because you can always reapply it and you really don't have any problems with it. So the least expensive, but not necessarily the worst fragrance on this list, CK1 Shock. Next designer fragrance on this list is from the brand Carolina Herrera, and it is their CH Mens Preve. This is a classic at this point. If the design of the bottle doesn't already give it away, the main note in this fragrance is the note of whiskey. With that whiskey, we also have some leather. It's a powdery, leathery, boozy whiskey type fragrance. Truth be told, this works a bit better during the fall months than in the winter, but still, I wear this fragrance in the winter and it still performs no problems whatsoever. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you love to wear leather jackets, buy this. It works very well with your types of outfits. Unfortunately, I think this fragrance has become discontinued at this point, so I think you can mostly find them in online retailers, but I'm sure if you just Google it a bit, you can find this easily for sale, brand new, even to this day. Third and final designer winter fragrance for this list is from the brand Victorinox. It is their Spice Bomb Extreme, and in my opinion, this is one of the best men's designer winter fragrances. Why? The mix of the spices, the vanilla in this fragrance, they make a beautiful combination. It is so attractive, it is so warm, it is so inviting, a beautiful, amazing fragrance with also it has amazing longevity and projection. Jeremy Fragrance actually described this fragrance pretty well. Imagine yourself in a sweater next to a fireplace eating cinnamon cookies. That is the vibe this fragrance is going for. It is amazing. Again, like with CH Mens Preve, I think it's a bit more harder to find. I think it gets sold out pretty quickly because it's just that good. So keep an eye out. If you see this fragrance, buy it. You will not be disappointed. Also, there have been some rumors that it has been reformulated in 2022. I tested it and I really don't see any difference than with my version. My version is, I think, from 2019. So don't trust the reformulation rumors. Try it. If it works on your skin, it works. If it doesn't, that's just because of you. It's not because of the fragrance. Again, Victorinox Spice Bomb Extreme, one of the best designer men's fragrances. You will love it. And now we're going into the niche portion of this list, starting with my favorite fragrance in my collection. It is from the House of Francis Kurkdjian, because Maison means house. We don't want to say House of Francis Kurkdjian. Of course, it is the Great Night fragrance, Grand Soir. Beautiful, just a beautiful winter fragrance. Why is it my favorite fragrance? It's made to perfection. It's a fairly linear fragrance, the most dominant notes being the notes of vanilla and benzoin, but as I always say, the simplest things are the hardest to perform because you always have to make them perfectly, and the quality of the ingredients, the way, just the way the fragrance is blended, the way it projects, the longevity of it, it's just so good. Try this fragrance. I'm sure you will love it as well. It's in most top 10 lists of winter fragrances, and there is a reason for it. It is just that good. Trust me, try it, and I'm sure you will eventually buy it. Second niche fragrance on this list, also the last fragrance of this list. This used to be my favorite fragrance in the collection until I bought Grand Soir. It is from the House of Creed, and it is their Royal Oud fragrance. Now, the name of this fragrance is not entirely accurate. I really don't pick up much oud in it. This fragrance should be called Royal Cedar because the woody notes, especially the cedar notes, are the most dominant. You have a slightly citrusy opening, then you go into the woody notes. Again, as with CH Mens Preve, this is more of a fall fragrance, but it still works in the winter time. Again, for my skin, longevity in winter is not really an issue. A beautiful, very classy, very gentleman-like smell. If you want to smell like a modern day gentleman, if you want to smell like a CEO, you should buy Royal Oud. It's just beautiful, and also I really love the design of this bottle. I don't know why Creed bottles are not that nice, but I really like the design of this one in particular. Again, this used to be my favorite fragrance for a reason. Such a classy, beautiful fragrance. This is Royal Oud. And that's it. Those are all the winter fragrance I suggest. Of course, before you buy any of these, try them. Never blind buy fragrances. See if they work on your skin, see how they project, how much they last on your skin, and if you like the smell at least. And once you've tested them, if you like them, then you should buy them. Again, like I said, links for most of these fragrances, most reviews of these fragrances are in the description of this video. Also, if you want to see my entire fragrance collection, link for that video is in the description as well. If you like this video, of course, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, leave a thumbs down, and maybe give me some suggestions how I can improve my content, and maybe give me your list of 5 amazing fragrances for winter in the comments of this video. Also, subscribe if you want to see more wristwatch or fragrance related videos, and until next time guys, have a great day and bye.